Welcome back. So now we want to cut the back pattern. It's already drafted my half length, my chest line. Okay, then I made 1.5 inch zip allowance. Sorry. So I've already drafted this pattern. So I just want to show us. My neckline is 3 by 4 by 4. Then I come down from the shoulder by ½ inch. I will mark my bust span, half of my bust span on the chest line and on the half length. Then take a dart of ½ inch on both sides. Then connect the chest line. Then still connect it to 5 inches from the shoulder point. Okay, so just so that you don't have any shortage after cutting, I would have to extend. Okay, just extend the dart leg. Okay, because after cutting I have to join on ½ inch on both sides. So because of that, I'm supposed to add 1 inch, but in case, okay, we have a shortage, so I made it 2 inches. So just place your tape vertically like that, then you now draft your armhole. So the extension is by 2 inches. That's why we have 2 inches. Remember when we did it for the front pattern. So now I'm taking my bust measurement, which is 44 divided by 4, 11 plus 3 inches seam allowance. The same thing for the waist. I marked quarter of my waist measurement plus 1 inch dart allowance and 3 inches seam allowance. Remember, standard seam allowance is 2 inches, but I'm adding the extra ½ inch so that by the time I cut out the princess dart, I'll have allowance to sew it. Remember, you can just do a normal waist dart if you don't want to add a princess dart to the back. So I'm cutting now to the sides. Okay, then I'll go ahead and cut my neckline and the shoulder sloop. Okay, this is basically your basic your basic back bodies, just the dart manipulation, that's all. So I'm cutting the armhole now. Okay, so the excess is off. Now it's time to cut through the dart. Okay, so you start from one dart leg. Now before that, we want to prevent folding at the back, so I come up from the half length on the zip allowance side by 1 inch. Okay, some do 1.5, but 1 inch is okay. So then I extend it to the edge of the fabric. Okay, then mark a horizontal line. It's better this way, not like better, it's easier this way than measuring your front half length and your back half length, then having to use a bust dart. Most of us don't understand that concept, so this is easier. Just come up with 1 inch on your zip allowance area, then slant it. That way to reduce the bulge at the back. So from after that, you can now decide to cut out your dart. So from one dart leg, you gently place your hand on your fabric and trim it down to the armhole. Okay, so that part of the dart is out, that's the side piece. So I'll start cutting the other dart leg. Okay, so once that is out, you can see your princess dart pattern. Okay, so the next is to slash your zip allowance. You slash it open. Okay, once you slash open, you make a notch. That's to indicate where your zip allowance is. So a gentle notch will do on the upper side and on the lower side. Okay, so you get your lace fabric, or if you're making an ankara, you can just now cut out your lining. So now I'll just place my lace fabric, then use the satin as a pattern to cut the lace. That's transferring the pattern to the fabric now. Okay, so I'm using this paper lace, depending on what you call it in your location. It's actually quite cheap. Okay, so you can make use of any kind of lace you want to use. So just place the satin on your lace. And this is the side piece, then the center back, the side back, and the center back. So you want to make sure that everything is properly aligned. Okay, you don't have one edge poking out or than the other. It will give you issues, okay, while cutting. So you just make sure that everything is placed orderly and in place. Okay, once you're satisfied, you can now start cutting. Remember the excess 2 inches we added to the shoulder, you trim it out. Okay, then we start cutting. So just follow exactly what you have on the satin. Just follow it. It's just a pattern. We've added all our seam allowances to the pattern. I actually like to do that first so that I don't forget while cutting on the fabric, so it's easier this way. Now if you didn't slash your shoulder, if you didn't slant your shoulder, now would be a good time to slant it. But if you've already done it before, like I have, just ignore it. Okay, so we keep cutting. Through to the neckline. So the back is easy. It's just your basic back pattern, then a little bit of that manipulation, and that's all. Is the just the normal waist that. Okay, so the back is ready, the center back. So the next thing is just to trim out the side back. Remember, if you find this too difficult, which I doubt any of us will find it difficult, you can just use your basic your normal waist dart, just so your dart. But having to slash your darts gives you a cleaner and a neater job. Okay, makes your work fine, clean, whatever. Okay, so you can decide to place something that has weight on the fabric, just so it doesn't move around when you're cutting. So make sure you follow the exact shape so that you don't have your lace bigger or smaller than your satin, and while you're sewing you actually do not know the one that is correct. So okay, so the whole bulk of fabric is out, so we can now concentrate on having the pieces. So this is it for the center back and the side back. So I'll just place the satin underneath the lace fabric. Okay, then I'll go join them together. Then for the front part, I will attach the breast pad. You can use wadding, you can use the already made cup, whichever one you prefer. Okay, then remember to cut a lining piece for this. So you're going to have 3 different pieces. Okay, one is the lace, the other one is the the satin, then the other one is the lining. Okay, so you're just going to have three different pieces, but if you're working with Ankara, it means you'll be having two pieces, the main fabric and the lining. Okay, so I will go and join them, okay, sides to sides. I'll join the front and the back, okay, take my measurement, and then I'll show you the process of I'm joining the peplon. Okay, so I've already cut my peplon. I didn't show us the video of cutting the peplon because I'm sure a lot of us do, and I also have videos on how to make a peplon blouse. Okay, how to cut the 360